What's going on there, folks? Earthmaster here. December 18th, 2018. And it's about 9:55 p.m. my time here. Figured I'd do an earthquake video update, cover some notable earthquakes out there that have occurred around the globe today, including that, 5.4 earthquake up there in the northern mid-Atlantic range out there in the ocean there, where the plates tend to not subduct but pull apart. 5.4 out there, nothing big, nothing major, but a notable one nonetheless. 6.2, a little bit larger out here in the Pacific Ocean region. Just right around, let me get an exact location here for you guys on that specific earthquake. That one occurring just a couple hours ago near, actually southeast of the Easter Island region at about 10 kilometers below the surface there. So definitely some activity going on out there around the globe. We'll get to California here in a minute. Rest of the Pacific Plate, far as activity goes, remains relatively quiet. 4.8 right there, just where is that at? Still along the Pacific Ring of Fire, but close to Vanuatu. At a depth of about 35 kilometers there, that specific earthquake right there. Other than that, pretty mellow, pretty quiet. A little 4.3 over here towards the northwest region here, and of course back over here towards Middle East. Let's wait for the EMSC web. Okay, there we go. Just some 3s and 2s popping off there around the Mediterranean Sea region. So relatively quiet. Nothing big, folks, except for that 6.2 that occurred there today. United States region, a little bit of activity near Mammoth Lakes occurring within the last hour. I do have, I did see those little earthquakes pop up there on the globe, and also on the live seismographs that I have running over here to the left side of the screen that did pop up on the Mammoth Lakes station right here. This one right here. It was a 3-point. Let me see what those were exactly. Let's bring up the US or the Caltech website right here. And let's bring this down a little bit so we can see what we're doing here. See those little red squares right there near Mammoth Lakes, California. And let me go ahead and click on those and see exactly the magnitudes that they came in at. Let's see here. Okay. So, looks like it was close to a 3.0. I was just a little off there, 2.7. Let me raise that up a tad bit so you guys can see here. 2.7 within the last 3 earthquakes right there. That was a kind of a bigger one in the group. And then 2.1 and also a 1.1 there. But they're kind of having a little bit of a swarm of activity over there around Mammoth Lakes region. Let me see if I can pull this window back up. I'm not for sure exactly what happened to it. So yeah. But either way, a little bit of activity. I can't pull this down right now, but some swarming going on out there. Nothing out of the ordinary yet, but Mammoth Lakes has been known to swarm in the past. Very similar to Yellowstone. As you know, both of those are super volcanoes, Mammoth Lakes and Yellowstone region. I guess Mammoth Lakes is a little bit smaller, comparable in the eruption type event that could happen compared to Yellowstone. So, but still, nonetheless, it's capable of, producing some pretty significant eruptions there, I'm sure, which will happen in the future. USGS on the globe there. Let me show you guys real quick here. A little bit of activity still occurring out east, folks, out there around the Tennessee Valley, Missouri region, New Madrid fault system out there. We can take a look at the last 7 days of earthquake activity on the USGS website right here. This here is 7 days, all magnitudes, just within this region here, except for that one over there by, Nashville, or actually by the border of Tennessee and Arkansas and Missouri over there. There was a little earthquake there, but about 15 earthquakes within this region, all relatively minor, but little increase, it seems. You know, we got the New Madrid fault system over there. Most of these earthquakes occurring right along the Tennessee Valley region over there, but the latest ones, I would say the last 3 or so, occurred near Missouri, just right around New Madrid, Missouri area. At various depths there. We had those last 3 earthquakes, 1.6, 2.0, and 2.3, all occurring at different depths. So we'll have to watch this a little bit closer and, you know, see what happens out there. Here's a little bit closer view here near Nashville. It's hard to say if anybody felt these earthquakes, but nonetheless, we'd like to pay attention out there when we see activity occurring, just simply because it's the New Madrid fault system area. So we can bring up the U.S. hazards. See, this here is from the USGS. This kind of puts a visual on the potential for future large earthquakes here. And this earthquake activity is occurring within that pretty hazardous region that these guys are stating here within the yellow. So let's see here. Bring this up just 10 bit so you guys can see a little bit more. So yeah, you know, we're just watching it and we'll pay close attention to it. I may even pull up a station here, see if I can monitor activity out there around the Tennessee region here, just for future activity, especially when it shows signs of activity like it is over the past week. But you know, nothing big, folks. It's nothing, no fear mongering. I'm just stating that there is activity occurring out there, and it's being noted by me. So yeah, anyway, folks, pretty mellow. Latest earthquake was at 2.1 out there around the Mammoth Lakes region. I did check out the slow slip event detection system, and it's pretty quiet, pretty mellow. In fact, really no activity occurring. There's a little dot right there. Let's go back to the last 2 days there, and you guys can see just the activity occurring up and down the Cascadia subduction zone there, mostly confined to southern Oregon, just northwest of Medford, probably just right around the Salem area. Or no, Salem's way up north, sorry. What's up there? Medford, Eugene. I can't think right now, but still is pretty much confined in that region. A little bit of activity occurring in Northern California and also up through Washington, where they actually had a pretty cool tornado up there. I mean, a lot of people don't like tornadoes, but man, I can't remember. It was Port. Can't remember exactly the name of that town up there. Port something other in Washington. Let's see here if I can find it. Not for sure. I'm not going to take all day to find it, but if you guys get a chance, go check it out. There's a lot of video floating around of that pretty nice looking tornado. Ripped up some homes, unfortunately. And yeah, up in Washington on this in December of all months. Pretty crazy. So anyway, folks, have a good night out there. I'm going to get back to what I was doing here, and hope you guys have a good night. And like I say, play it safe out there. We'll chat you guys a little bit later. Peace.